Hello students, good morning. In my last class, I taught you class 7 science chapter 4 heat. Heat is a form of energy and which makes a substance hotter. And we also taught about the SI unit of heat as like if we want to measure weight of a body, we need a unit. For example, 10 kg. This 10 is numerical value and kg what we use after this numerical value. This is called unit of or measuring the weight of a body. So in case of heat, we also calculate the heat in some manner like 10 kg. For example, if we consider 100 its numerical value and J what we use after this numerical value, this J stands for joule and joule is called the SI unit of the heat. Another unit sometimes we also use for measuring the amount of heat, and this is called normally calorie. And so here we need to understand what is the relation between joule and calorie. So 1 calorie equals to 4.2 joule approximately. So we can learn that 1 calorie is equal to 4.2 joule, and it is sometimes we use in our numerical problems. In the next topic, I explained why we need to develop the concept of heat, or how can we distinguish between the two bodies on the basis of their temperature or hotness or coldness ways. So here we perform an activities. We took 3 jars A, B and C. Jar A put at low temperature, jar B put at high temperature, that is called hot water jar, and jar C put at moderate temperature, means intermediate temperature, middle temperature, neither very cold nor very hot, and that's why it is called lukewarm water. Then we put your one hand called left hand in cold water and right hand in hot water jar, and after few minutes put your both hand into the third jar which containing lukewarm water. What we feel that the left hand which previously put in the cold water, it feels hotter and right hand which previously poured inside the hot water, it feels colder. Then by this activity we try to develop a concept about the hotness and coldness of an object, and it leads to develop the concept of temperature, an idea of temperature. Temperature, briefly we called it is the degree of hotness or coldness. Temperature decides the degree of hotness and coldness. And how heat transfer from one body to another body, it is totally depends on the concept of temperature. So before we study about the transfer of heat, first of all we need to develop the concept of temperature. And temperature is the property of an object which decides is the degree of hotness or coldness. And here also we need to calculate at what extent the body has its hotness or coldness. Here also need a unit, and the common unit for measuring the temperature is called degree Celsius. Degree Celsius can also be written in short form, which is represented by degree as the 0 which is written just above the number, like this. For example, water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. 100 numerical value is written here, and degree notation is right just above the numerical value, and Celsius is written as the capital C. So we can denote 100 degrees Celsius temperature in short form as 100 degree for 0 denote just above the numerical value, and Celsius for we use capital C. And at what temperature water freezing point. Water freezes at 0 degrees Celsius. Just remember these two temperatures for the temperature for the water freezing and boiling point. Water boiling point is 100 degrees Celsius and melting point is 0 degree Celsius. 0 degree Celsius is called melting point of the water. And water also attain at a certain temperature highest density, and this is attains at 0 degree Celsius. This is most important MCQ question. At what temperature water attains maximum density? The answer is 4 degree at 4 degree Celsius. Some another units also is to be used for measuring the temperature, and the degrees are: the first common degree is degree Celsius, another one is Kelvin, and another third one is Fahrenheit. Means temperature can be calculated or measured in three quantities: degree Celsius, Kelvin, and Fahrenheit. And there is some relation between three units of temperature. This will be explained in your higher classes. In the next of this topic, there is need a device or instrument to measure the degree of hotness or coldness of an object. First of all, we develop a concept of temperature and its unit, and how the temperature of an object we can measure. There is need to prepare a device, and the name of the device is called thermometer. Thermometer is used for measuring the temperature of an body, and generally we use mercury thermometer. In mercury thermometer, what liquid is filled inside the thermometer, this is called mercury. The liquid filled inside the thermometer is called mercury fluid. We commonly use two types of thermometer. One is laboratory thermometer, and the another one is clinical thermometer. As the name suggests, laboratory thermometer means this laboratory thermometer is used for measuring the temperature in a science laboratory. And how these thermometers are used for measuring the temperature? When the heat is supplied, this bottom is closed with a bulb. It is made up of glass. This is called glass bulb. The base side of the thermometer is called bulb, and when heat is supplied to the thermometer bulb containing mercury, mercury is filled inside the thermometer. The mercury expands, means it rises up. If you draw this figure like this, This is called bulb of the thermometer. Normally we also call it glass bulb, and it contains mercury inside it. When the heat is supplied to the bulb which containing mercury, the mercury start to rise up. In the glass tube of the thermometer, and it is used in measuring the temperature of the hot body. The small divisions are made here for the calibration of the temperature of a body. Let us more understand with the help of drawing a laboratory thermometer. Laboratory thermometer as like this, and what is this is called? This is called glass bulb of the thermometer. It contains mercury. Mercury is filled inside it. And here is the whole length of the glass tube is graduated in the small divisions like this. Like this, and this scale is calibrated from -10 degree Celsius to minus 110 degrees Celsius. This is laboratory thermometer. So we can say that laboratory thermometer is calibrated from -10 degrees Celsius to 110 degrees Celsius. It means it is used for measuring the temperature of an object containing only and only the temperature in between -10 degrees Celsius to 100 degrees Celsius. and this is called the range of temperature scale of laboratory thermometer. So what we understand from here, this is most important point. What is the range of a laboratory thermometer? The range of laboratory thermometer is from -10 degrees Celsius to 110 degrees Celsius. Most important MCQ question. So one question arises here. So what we can use this thermometer to measure the human body temperature? Of course not. Why? Because when we use to measure the human body temperature, as soon as we take out the bulb of laboratory thermometer from our mouth, the level of the mercury in its tube will start falling down, and this will give a wrong value of the body temperature. So we should not use a laboratory thermometer for measuring the temperature of human body, and we use another type of thermometer which contains zinc, and it is called clinical thermometer. Sometimes it is also maybe called doctor's thermometer. To prevent the falling down of the mercury, we use a thermometer clinical thermometer also is same as like the laboratory thermometer, but difference is what? At the glass bulb, mercury is also filled inside the clinical thermometer, but what is the difference? A small curving shape is provided here, and this shape is called kink. It is also called constriction. Constriction. Constriction means constriction, its spelling. And this constriction is used to prevent the falling down of the mercury level when we remove this thermometer from the mouth of a human body. Because if we not use this kink here, the level of the mercury suddenly falling down and we measure a wrong temperature of a human body. So in clinical thermometer we use a kink which is a very narrow and sharp band. It is very narrow and sharp band, curve in shape, in the bore of a clinical thermometer tube, and it is also known as constriction, and it prevents the falling of the level of mercury inside the thermometer. So here we understand the basic difference between the laboratory thermometer and the clinical thermometer. One of the basic difference is that in clinical thermometer we use kink or constriction to prevent the falling down of the temperature suddenly, level of the mercury suddenly. One of the difference also between the laboratory and the clinical thermometer is that the range of the clinical thermometer. Clinical thermometer is also graduated or divided in simple divisions as like the laboratory thermometer, but it is graduated from 35 degrees Celsius to 42 degrees Celsius. This is the another difference between a laboratory and clinical thermometer. So we can say that the range of the clinical thermometer is from 35 degrees Celsius to 42 degrees Celsius. Remember this point. So there are two differences between clinical and laboratory thermometer. One is kink is used only in clinical thermometer, and another one is the range of the temperature, both thermometers. What is the range of the laboratory thermometer? It can measure from minus 10 degrees Celsius to the 110 degrees Celsius temperature of an object, and clinical thermometer, which is used for measuring the temperature of a human body, and its range is 35 degrees Celsius to 42 degrees Celsius. Tell me, what is the temperature of a normal human body? what is the temperature of a normal healthy person human body? The normal temperature of human body is 37 degrees Celsius. This is another MCQ question. 37 degrees Celsius is normal temperature of a human body. Remember this temperature. So, if a normal human body has 37 degrees Celsius temperature, so easily this thermometer we are used for measuring the temperature of human body, because it has the range from 35 degrees Celsius to 42 degrees Celsius. So it is suitable for measuring the temperature of a human body. Clear? Okay. Next point is that while we use this thermometer, first of all we have to perform some precautions during the measuring of the temperature of an object. And what are the precautions we should use while measuring the temperature of an object? Let us try to understand one by one. Laboratory thermometer, and apart from it or separately, precautions what should we follow for the clinical thermometer. So our next topic is precautions in using a laboratory thermometer. What precautions we should use while using a laboratory thermometer for measuring the temperature of an object? First of all, the laboratory thermometer should be held vertically. Vertically means upright, as like this. Should be held vertically, not tilted like this or not in this way. Always be careful while using the laboratory thermometer. It must be or it should be kept vertically. So our first precaution is the laboratory thermometer should be held vertically.